And here it is. Here's Apple's brand new MacBook Neo. Now, this is Apple's cheapest MacBook that Apple has ever made. It's packed with incredible new features, some trade-offs, and some things that Apple isn't really telling you about that I'll tell you at the end. All right, so let's start talking about this new, beautiful design. Now, it feels very different unlike any MacBook Apple has ever done. The first thing that you immediately see are its beautiful rounded corners. You can literally feel how round the edges are. Some MacBooks in the past, like the MacBook Air, like the MacBook Pro, they feel a little bit more sharp. This feels more playful, more round. All right, so let's take a look at the ports because it's actually quite interesting. So we've got two USB-C ports. One is USB-C 3, which means you can still connect it to an external monitor, to an external SSD. And the first one is the one that's gonna get faster speeds. The headphone jack is actually incredibly interesting. It's right here in the bottom next to its speaker. So if we actually turn around the Mac, you're gonna see kind of a portless Mac, which is super interesting. All the ports are right here. Now, usually the way that Apple has handed speakers on a MacBook is they usually have spatial audio speakers on the side, or they literally come from the keyboard itself. On MacBook Neo, you've got two immersive sound dual side firing speakers. So that you've got two speakers, one on the left and one on the right. According to Apple, it's a very different experience than on the MacBook Pro, on the MacBook Air. I'm guessing that on MacBook Neo, the experience will be a little bit worse. I can't really test it out in this loud hands-on experience, but I'll make sure to let you know in my review. It should be interesting hearing the noise coming from left and right of the Mac. Now, it comes with one single size 13-inch. There's no 15, there's no 16, which I feel like 13-inch is definitely the best size for students. Now, there's a lot of people talking about the brightness because it maxes out at 500 nits, which is the same nits as the current MacBook Air. It's definitely not a weakness, but it's definitely not something to be proud either. Instead, Apple's MacBook Pro reaches out to over 1,000 nits of peak brightness. So I feel like for the everyday user, I can actually turn up the brightness. As you can see, it's actually quite overexposed in this environment because, you know, we've got a quite dark environment. So I would definitely want to see that as a big weakness. You've still got a beautiful liquid retina display, which means that all of those colors in your photos and your videos will look very, very crisp. Now let's talk about the camera for just a second. I've got Photo Booth opened right here. Now the camera's right here, right in the middle. We're talking that it has a 1080p FaceTime camera, which is, you know, fine. You do not have center stage. If we actually go up right here, you do not have center stage. You still have most features on FaceTime, including all of the microphone features. You can add, you know, your own background. You can have reactions. Even the new Edge Light feature as well, but you do not have desk view and you do not have center stage, which once again, it's fine. Now let's move on to some of the little trade-offs that MacBook Neo has. Now, first off, the trackpad compared to a MacBook Air and to a MacBook Pro, you know, you've still got all of macOS gestures, so all of those are great, including, you know, zooming in into your actual Excel document, for example. If you want to multitask, you've got all of them. But the trackpad does feel different because you do have a mechanical trackpad compared to your traditional haptic trackpad on your MacBook Air and MacBook Pro. I definitely do find the keyboard feel incredible, so I don't find any weaknesses with this. There are no backlit keys, which is actually a very, very big deal, especially if this thing is made for students. Students, you know, tend to study a lot overnight. They won't have the option to study overnight. They won't be able to see their keys. Now, while the colors are amazing, what I also love about this MacBook Neo is actually a wallpapers that it comes with. Now, you've got this beautiful Mac purple, Mac blue, Mac pink, and Mac yellow. Now, obviously, to match every single one of the colors, in this case, this is the pink, which looks absolutely incredible, to match the pink as well. All right, now it's time to play a game with you and me. Okay, are you ready? Same MacBook, but there's one big difference between both devices. Do you see this right here? Do you see this right here? Now, it's the same MacBook Neo, but one of them has Touch ID and the other one simply has a lock button. Now, this is due to Apple actually having a little bit of a variety with the device itself. Now, if you want MacBook Neo with Touch ID, you're gonna have to pick up the 512 gigabyte version. So if you do want to decide to pick up the base storage, the 256 gigabyte right here, so you can see it will come without Touch ID. That's a big difference that nobody's really talking about. It is a very, very big deal. Now, battery life on any MacBook is obviously a very, very big deal. According to Apple, MacBook Neo will reach 16 hours of normal day use, which once again, it's got incredible battery life for the price tag that you're paying for, which makes it have an incredible value for every day users. All right, so let me show you the colors first because it's probably what you're here for. The colors are absolutely beautiful. I still don't know which one is my favorite one, but anyways, let's start talking about this new silver. So for the first time ever, Apple has added color matching keyboard. In this case, the silver. For the first time ever, we have a white keyboard, which, I mean, just looks absolutely amazing. I would have been seriously very curious to see white bezels on MacBook Neo. They've still stuck with black bezels on the silver, which looks seriously incredible. It's obviously the most basic color, and here are the true Neo colors. So this one right here is citrus. Depending on the lighting, it might look a little bit more green, a little bit more yellow. I'm curious on what you're seeing right now on camera. It still looks incredible, and it's definitely the lemon, the lime. I describe this color as kind of more lime-ish than a lemon color, if that makes sense. You gotta see it in person, obviously, to truly understand the color of this thing. All right, next up is the new Indigo Color. Now, this is a very royal blue type of color. Once again, color matching keyboard. You've got a very light blue color in the keyboard. I describe this more as ocean blue. Looks phenomenal. The star of the show for most people, I will probably see every single person in Starbucks working nonstop with this thing. Color of the year for sure is the new blush. Now, it's a very light pink, a very sweet pastelish color with the color matching keyboard once again, which feels like it's antique white going over to pink for the keyboard, which looks really, really good. And depending on the lighting, it might look a little bit darker for the pink itself. When you actually come here, you can see the back of these things again. Now, once again, silver, very basic. Something that I wanted to talk about is the Apple logo. So the Apple logo itself, usually we've had like these glassy Apple logo. In this case, it truly feels like it's part of the aluminum. Here's the back of it. Here's the back of Indigo, and here's the back. I'm just gonna call it pink. I know it's blush. It's so pink. Which one's your favorite? Let me know.